welcome.
Yes, sir.
To another episode of the Sports U Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Episode 71 of them things. Gift man.
71 of them things. You counted this out after 6. Counted this out after 10.
Yes.
71.
Sports U Podcast. We got Big Gift on my left here. Rob on the mic right here with, of course,
Stevie in the cut.
How we feeling?
Steven PMF right here. I'm feeling great.
Another day, another dollar, man.
It's starting to become summer. It's hot out here. And for the old-time fans,
sleeved up though.
Yeah.
Shout out Penn State.
I had to look good.
Sandusky.
The
I knew you were about to say that.
yeah, crazy. My upper lip is sweating.
Moist.
It's moist. Let's get on with the show if
Could've
y'all
helped
remember that
that
shit. Nah, it's for the old fans. They already know how it is. Welcome to the Sports U Podcast, where we read you sports news.
You listen to our stupid ass opinions.
We are back with the Sports U crew. Let's get on with our quick hits. You know how we like to start it off. Again, just getting warmed up, bringing in the headlines of this past, I guess, 3 days. We've been really hitting it, doing 2 shows a week. Let's get on with it. Going on the first quick hit here. Tyrann Mathieu. We talked about him being one of the top free agents that are still out there, and he's actually still looking for a home. The Saints don't really need me, but it would be good to go back home. Now, he's been talking with the Ravens, the Rams, the Saints, and then I'm missing one more. Do you guys
He's
know
been
the
all
football?
over the AFC West, honestly, too. Bro.
That's why it's just like, dog, just sign somewhere. Just go sign somewhere,
he
bro.
wants to feel wanted, bro.
Man.
I mean, ultimately, I think it's just a matter of who's gonna pay him his price.
The Cowboys,
Yeah.
but they fucked that
Nah,
up.
I never heard about the Cowboys.
I never heard that one either. But
No?
honestly, I'm surprised he's saying the Saints don't need him because how they lost Marcus Williams and Malcolm Jenkins just retired. Who the hell is their safety?
I think one big thing about the Saints is that they're just in cap hell. So if he's gonna go there, then I feel like he's not really gonna get the money that he's rightfully due. So
Taysom Hill getting that bag though.
oh man, it's all incentives. It's all incentives. But let's get on to the next one. Get them bringing in.
Oh man,
It's your boy.
Stefon Diggs and the Bills reach an agreement to a 4-year, $96 million extension. Are we surprised?
Well, one thing I would have to say is I'm a little surprised because last year he actually restructured his contract so that they can give Josh Allen his bag, and then now he gets his bag this time. So it seems like they just have a really good overall culture there, right?
Yeah,
that's what I would say.
The camaraderie is high, and the respect between one another is definitely high.
He gave him a discount though.
Facts.
4 years.
Because he could have got Von Miller's contract easy, but he didn't.
Really?
Yeah, he could have got 120 easy.
He could be top 5 money.
Facts.
For sure.
He could have.
So you think that he can get Devontae Adams money?
Yep.
Well, you're saying 120. That's $30 million a year for 4 years.
I think he could get. That would be.
It would be more additional years, I'd feel like, but still 120. That's a lot.
Josh Allen and Stefon Diggs were literally like the greatest 1-2.
I won't.
Stop.
Not the great. They were the best QB wide receiver combo 2021.
Stop, bro. Come on, bro. No.
We did
he wasn't
a video.
even the number one receiver. How is that possible?
I'm gonna pull it up.
Bro,
how is that possible?
Tyreek Hill,
Patrick
Mahomes.
I said they were the best tandem.
He
Matthew
was not
Stafford,
the number
Cooper
one
Kupp.
receiver. How?
Okay. Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp just got cool this year.
Aaron Rodgers.
They just got good this year.
Devontae Adams.
2021.
That's last year.
They were leading statistically. They had the best stats.
No, they didn't.
They did.
How do you beat a triple crown guy?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just saying they're a good tandem. Don't be putting them up there like that though. Like,
and even 2020,
come on.
Devontae might still be cutting it close with him too.
I think they're top 5. I don't think they're the best. Like, not even close.
I think Diggs should not be number 1 paid, but yeah, top 5 range. I agree with that.
This is a team-friendly contract, and at the same time, again, he was taking a sacrifice at first. So that's why I'm kind of like, this is nice for the Bills. They must be having a pretty good duo, and they must actually have a really good time with each other, Josh Allen and Stefon Diggs. Because why else would I take the restructure so you can get paid and then sacrifice me not getting paid? And now, he's able to fulfill that. So that's pretty good.
Better than watching Kirk Cousins get paid.
With Adam Thielen. The next one, though, we have is Rob Gronkowski. We just talked about Bruce Arians. Check out that video if you guys could. It's on our channel, of course. We also have talked about the Bucks and what to expect from them. And it doesn't really look like Gronk's at least playing a little bit with still staying in retirement, not really necessarily coming back. He says not ready to commit to a decision on football future just yet. If he does have a future, it would have to be with Tom Brady, right?
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere else.
Go.
So that's first and foremost.
The Bengals? No.
I mean,
You just be throwing
did-
stuff out there, huh?
No, because
Uzoma's there.
no,
Don't they have two?
The
they
Bengals
lost
are kinda,
Uzoma.
They lost them?
They did.
He went
they,
to the Jets, I believe, bro.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Ah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But even
He went to the Jets.
but Gronk
How
was
you-
Did
saying
he get paid
Oh,
on the Jets,
man.
though? Hold on, man. Let me look it up first.
it wasn't top 5 money. I'll put it that way.
I know,
but
but
he did go to the
he-
Jets, bro.
So back to Rob, though. I believe that he's going to be coming back. Why not? He gets to play. He doesn't have to really practice.
Because his head hurts.
I don't know.
He's taking some beatings, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Between his neck, his back, his shoulder, he's probably tired of getting hit.
Ribs.
How long have we been saying that,
He got his
though?
ribs cracked up this last year, bro.
How long have we been saying that, though? The only reason why it's part of his narrative is because he keeps on retiring and unretiring, retiring and
I know.
unretiring.
True.
But yeah, that's fair. But
Yeah,
Because I feel like
does he
everybody
wanna-
feels that same way, right?
You're right, but it's at this point. Does he really want? Does he want to go? Do we believe he wants to go through another year of it? I mean, at this point, he might. If Tom might be able to get him to do one more year.
I mean, if it's anybody, it'd have to be Tom, right? It'd have to be Tom.
It's the only person that makes sense, yeah.
The Bulls rule out Lonzo Ball's return for the season
That sucks,
and the
man.
playoffs. I think,
That is
check out this
unfortunate,
video.
bro,
We were just
honestly.
talking about the Bulls and how Lonzo puts a tie to everything.
Yeah.
They have a lack of playmaking. They have a lack of defensive prowess on that aspect,
Yeah.
and he has pretty much a leadership on
Yeah.
both of those sides when it comes
It's
to
a
that.
big hole without him.
It's very unfortunate, and I think that this is definitely a big blow to the Bulls because again we were just talking about how important he is and kind of a cornerstone in both of those aspects. Gittin, what do you think?
Yeah, man, I think I kind of touched on it last week when I said that I noticed that Lonzo Ball wasn't playing.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. That's such a huge blow to see because I didn't know he had surgery in January and he's still feeling some discomfort too. That's so after what about almost big lip. Yo, goddamn man got a hole in his lip.
That shit all fell. Fuck it.
Oh man, that's hilarious, bro. I got some more right
It's
here.
wine,
for you,
too.
big dog.
I
But
don't-
yeah, what I was saying was, it sucks because like I was rooting for the Bulls because I was rooting for the Bulls when they were saying
yeah, you were.
when they were saying DeMar DeRozan was the worst signing to the Bulls. That's when I started rooting for him the most.
I wasn't on board with that statement either because I felt like that was kind of crazy.
That and then
was a pretty crazy.
but I
statement,
did
bro.
say that they were gonna be a top 4 seed. They were gonna be the 4th seed, but they were the 5th. So that was close.
I felt, yeah. I mean,
I said they were gonna
felt
be in the
like they
playing
probably-
tournament, and they're pretty damn close.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna.
Damn, I said that.
I wasn't gonna say playing.
Wasn't that far? We're both around the same
5,
amount of
bro.
distance
All right,
beforehand.
all right.
How you
5
gonna
is-
damn I said
5
that?
is
me?
secure, bro. Come on, it's
What?
secure. 5 is secure.
He's 6, right? They're the
The
6
Bulls
seed.
are the
Oh,
5th
he
seed.
said-
The
he said
Raptors
they're
are
the
the
6th
6th seed.
Yeah, Raptors are 6.
I thought Raptors were better than them.
Nope.
The Raptors are the 6th seed. The Bulls
How?
are the 5th seed.
They didn't start off as good as them. They can't be better than them.
I
just
think I
'cause
was
of the
just looking
last
at the
month.
standings, so I'll look it up real quick. But nah, yeah, like that's pretty insane about Lonzo, man. I really feel for that part because, like we were saying the whole time, the Bulls had to deal with all of that. Yeah, the Raptors are the 5th seed.
Happened this week then.
Yeah, it did because they lost 3 in a row on the
Oh,
Raptors.
how
in
many
the last
games
10
are they
games,
ahead?
7 and 3
Oh, they're ahead of them by
by one game.
Damn.
Yeah,
Chris
I mean,
Paul?
so recent.
Sorry. So
No,
Chris
you're good.
Paul
It's cool.
passes Gary Payton for 4th in career steals. I wanted to bring this up as a highlight because we always talk about how he's a floor general. We always talk about how he makes everybody better. And then at the same time, like, he's always offensive, right? Offensive. But being basically 6'1", let's just give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt, 6'1". You don't really ever talk about his defensive side. And it's low-key for a lot of casuals. Not the biggest part of his game.
I don't want to
This
say,
man,
Go ahead.
I just wanted to finish off with this,
Yeah, my
is a
bad.
defensive leader and inspires a lot of other people to say, this guy's 6'1" and putting up this type of defense. I seen this guy D up KD, just getting up in him, really just making him feel uncomfortable, putting his forearm into his side, And
kinda
KD
dirty,
had a
you know?
little bit of struggles on that. What?
It's kind of dirty, but they let him get away with because he's like 5'11".
Yeah,
5'11".
that shit's funny. I think what I was gonna say was it's
Hey,
cool.
pass me up.
Yeah, it's cool that
It might be different from what he has.
it might be a little bit more bitter, but yeah.
All right, he called my shit cheap, y'all. Fuck him.
Y'all think this shit not cheap, bro? You think this isn't cheap?
Is it Cabernet? What is it?
It's the $9 one.
Mine's $6.
Where'd you go? 7-Eleven?
Hey, bro,
God damn.
wine's wine to me. I got it from Target. Yellowtail. They don't pay us, but I'll pay them.
Shout out Yellowtail. But yeah, I think what I was gonna say was, I guess it's kind of like a surprise that to me that Chris Paul's like 4th now in steals, cause he never hung his hat.
No, it's not surprising.
I don't think it's
I
a
don't
surprise to
think
me.
it's a surprise to me either, bro.
The fact that he's 4th, that's crazy.
Bro, he's had a good amount of all defensive teams.
Not only that, but he's played a very long time.
Yeah, that too.
A starter.
Longevity.
He also plays a lot of playoff games. I don't know if this also includes playoff games too, but
probably not.
But
even still, he's played most full seasons.
I would just love to emphasize and give people their flowers while they're still climbing those ranks.
Yeah,
Chris
shout out
Paul
CP.
definitely deserves it. He's always been one of my favorite players. Efficient, consistent. Just get over this playoff hump, man. Let's go win one for you. I've been saying it throughout this whole pod, like for the whole year. Bucks, Suns, once again the finals. I don't really see anybody else kind of getting on them. Maybe the East is a little bit up and down, but I feel like the Bucks more of a lock than the Suns. So we'll see what happens with that. The last quick hit here, and I wanted to bring this up. Out of the 2010s, the AP voted for pretty much the all-decade team. Now, we'll go ahead and start off with the first 5 here, and I just want your first impressions on this. And if you agree or if you have somebody to put in here other than somebody else. So we have LeBron James, Steph Curry. They lead the APs. And then you have Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Dirk Nowitzki. Is there anybody that you would like to exchange? Let's start with you, Gift Man.
All right, I'm gonna say it. We gotta put in Kawhi instead of James Harden.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Gotta go.
Yo,
Maybe.
the Rockets
go,
fan
maybe.
is saying this.
Gotta.
Maybe,
I mean.
Well,
Look
you've seen it all. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well,
Look at
I
what
mean,
look
I-
at Kawhi's
I'm think- 'cause,
accomplishments.
Like
Look at
realistically,
James
I'm
Harden's
thinking about it. I'm like
accomplishments.
their timelines is like real starters is about the same too, bro. And Kawhi's definitely done more.
Because I think Kawhi. Didn't they get drafted the same year?
I don't believe. Well, Kawhi's 09 and is James that year?
Oh, he was 2011. I take that back.
Oh, Kawhi might be 11.
Yeah.
Kawhi's 11.
Yeah. But yeah, bro. Why do we keep fucking pushing Kawhi off to the side? Like he's not a silent assassin or something like that.
I mean,
Come on.
recency is bias, right? And then at the
Yeah.
same time, though, James Harden also was an MVP. I'd have to agree with you, though, if I had to take, because if you're speaking about playoffs, too, and how dominant you could be, that man's is out there
I mean, his 2 rings to James Harden's 0.
with the finals MVP at his helm.
Yeah, two
I like that.
finals
I really like that.
MVPs, bro.
I'm just being honest, dog. We keep pushing the Kawhi to the side, but dog, he's a fucking bucket. Who has way more success than James Harden.
But so if you look at this, though, James Harden's a guard and Kawhi Leonard's a forward. So that's why I feel like they have James Harden in there. But even then, I would take James Harden off and I'd put CP3 in there.
Yeah, you could put CP3 in there. You could put Klay Thompson in there.
I wouldn't necessarily put Klay in
Why
there.
can't you?
I really like Klay Thompson.
See,
I
that's
wouldn't
the
put
shit
him in
that
there, though.
See, that's the shit that kills me about this list. If we just keep always excluding championships, why?
Because there's a guy who played a primary role in
like,
those
dog,
championships, like a Kawhi Leonard.
Okay, so never mind. I was gonna say I love Dirk, but how's Dirk in there? But then again,
What?
But Dirk only got 1 ring.
that's what I'm saying.
Dirk got
So-
1 ring, but
Dirk has
crazy.
1 to Kawhi's 2 to multiple. You know, Giannis could have been up there.
It's not all about rings, and Giannis isn't a decade player.
No,
No.
not in 2010.
No.
He didn't
No.
come up until
Oh,
like
he didn't-
2016, I feel like.
2016. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Where he started
Yeah.
becoming crazy.
He's not a decade player, though.
But even like, I guess you could say,
He'd
you
be
know,
for
even with that part.
2020s maybe,
Okay, yeah.
but no, not no.
Well, that's a little discussion about that part. I believe that Kawhi is a good one in here. I also think you could put CP3 in there. The leader in a lot of different ways. And even when he was on the Rockets, he was an alpha dog on that one, right?
No, definitely.
In the playoffs, you're the Rockets fan. You endured it. Who was the alpha dog in those playoffs?
When it was him and CP?
Yeah.
James Harden for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say it was James Harden, but
like it was CP for a little bit. Then CP got hurt, and then that's when James Harden kind of had to like do whatever. But it was definitely
and it didn't work out.
Yeah, and it didn't work out. They fucking shot 28 threes and missed. We
Harden,
shot ourselves out of the game.
James Harden has had a lot of bad games against the Warriors.
Too many
playoffs,
bad
bro,
games.
honestly.
Too many. But anyway, let's get into the reason why we do the damn show in the first place.
Which one did you
Oh, fuck.
I like doing that one when. Oh man, this fucking soundboard.
Man.
I think it's the tablet, bro.
I think it's that wine you spilled on it.
It's struggling now. It's gonna do all
Yes,
of them now.
sir. We got the Boston Celtics at the Milwaukee Bucks Thursday at 4:30 p.m.
Pacific time.
These two teams
Fuck
have
Eastern
had the
time.
same road record.
real.
Same record.
It said like 10:30.
Yeah,
I'll say, go ahead.
What
I'm
sometimes
saying.
and be like, bro, what the fuck?
Who's gonna be up 10:30, dog? Go ahead, bring it in.
With 3 games left for each team, the final seedings are coming down to the wire. In the matchup, the Bucks rallied late, were able to pull out a win, 113 to 117. With Robert Williams not being able to come back for at least 4 weeks, which actually still sucks. These teams are able to see where they really stand competitively heading into the playoffs. So pretty much what I want to ask you guys is, and we'll start with you first, Rob. How do the Celtics and the Bucks stack up against each other, and who wins this showdown?
All right, so I really wanted to talk about this one a lot just because
This is a very
at least
interesting game.
have been on the Celtics for a long time, good and bad, mostly bad in the beginning and at the end of last year, and talking shit about the head coach Brad Stevens. Eventually, shit happened with that. Maybe I was right. Maybe they just needed a new leader right there. But ultimately, they had a rough start. Maybe they just needed their coach to get acclimated. Now he's a candidate for Coach of the Year. And look where the Celtics are now. So, again, I've been saying it about the Bucks. They've been having a silently consistent season throughout the whole way. And they have an MVP at the helm. Jason Tatum's been creeping up on that. These guys are doing really well. Both of them. They're heading into the playoffs with the right type of mindset. And again, like Gittin was mentioning in the beginning of the intro, these two teams have the same record of 49 and 30. So right now, this is a game that actually matters.
It's like 3 teams: the Bucks, the Celtics, and
the 76ers.
The 76ers
So-
are all at 49-30. Crazy.
So for this one, not only do you get to figure out how you stack up with this other team, but also it's time. This game actually matters. It's already a playoff type of atmosphere, playoff type of position. So my biggest thing, though, and we kind of mentioned it in the intro, Robert Williams isn't there, and he played a big role in that defensive stance. And that's how these Celtics made a big impact or a big run in the second half of the season is through their defensive prowess. So for me, I'm looking at this, and I'm just like, wow, this is going to be a great matchup. I can say great things about either side. They both have nice benches. Just those 1-2 punches coming off the bench. And then they, of course, have the main stars, Tatum, Giannis. One way out of the other.
It's 2v3 at that point.
They're also playing at the Bucks home. I'm going to have to go with the Bucks and stay with them because throughout the whole year, I'm saying they won last year. What is to say that they're not going to win this year with the same type of crew, and they just got better?
Yeah, they got better.
Exactly.
And also, they have more chemistry, and now they have a championship pedigree, which means a lot. This is Giannis's league. This is Giannis's league right now.
Yep.
In the history of basketball, when it's your league, you win the championships. I got the Bucks winning once again, showing off that they will be the most dominant team when it comes to the Eastern playoffs.
Yep. Stevie.
Yes, sir.
Who you got?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I think I'm gonna take the Bucks too. Like honestly, like even besides like they've been the model of consistency, but on top of that, bro, they've given their guys some rest in these last couple games too.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said the other day, Clippers beat them by like 50 points, and Giannis is on the sideline in a V-neck. So I mean, they should be rested and like. Yeah, they know the Celtics. I'm pretty sure they're not going to take the Celtics lightly either. And I think they're the better team regardless.
Well,
so, yeah.
I think it's big time they're at home,
ladies
too.
and gentlemen,
That, too.
We got a unanimous
Mongo.
decision.
You gotta pick the Celtics, man. Come on.
No,
Who
and
picks
here's-
green?
And here's
They're both
green,
green,
too.
dog.
But
Celtics is uglier.
see,
That's
and
true.
That and this is what I've
Laker
been-
jersey on.
and it's what I've been saying all year. I don't care what the Celtics do regular season. I want to see
That's
what they
true,
do
too.
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum is great. Jaylen Brown's great. The bench, great. Ime Udoka's going crazy. Figured it out after such a shitty start to the season. But I don't care what they do until they get to the playoffs. The team's kind of built. I don't want. The
So
team is
it
built
doesn't
for
matter
a-
if they win this game.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't
like
matter if they
the
win this
Celtics,
game.
I feel like will
It
always.
doesn't matter if they win this game.
The Celtics, yeah, they're a team that will probably always win a bunch of games and end up in the top 5 of
And
the
fucking
conference.
fold in the playoffs
yeah,
just like Utah.
You gotta see what they.
But
do.
you have to be fully in there. You have to be fully there, right? Because if you had Drew Holiday not playing this game, are you saying the Bucks are still the better team?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
who's stopping Giannis?
Exactly.
it's big time.
Who's stopping Giannis?
I mean, I've been saying it all year. I really like these Bucks.
They
I
can
don't think
put
there's
Grayson
any
out
reason
and
why
then
they're
they'll
not
be
there.
just fine.
So the Bucks though are 10 in their last 10 games are 6 and
He
4
might
with
trip somebody
Giannis.
too.
Exactly.
With Giannis coming off of with a 33.3 points per game, about 13 rebounds per game, and about 5 assists in the month of March. The Celtics are entering with an 8-2 in the last 10 games record, with Tatum putting up 32 points, 6 rebounds, about 6.5 rebounds, and about 5 assists. So as you can see, these guys are both
He's
putting
hot.
on dominant performances in March.
And
It's
the-
kind of like
yeah.
it's kind of like this is how Giannis goes, but for Tatum, this is dominant. So
Yeah.
Giannis has been dominant. Tatum's becoming
Tatum
dominant.
stepping it up.
We'll see how this goes. I definitely do think though that the Bucks will pull it out. So if the Celtics win, we're all wrong and we all look stupid as a pod. So
I mean,
that's
well,
why we need
it's-
somebody to split it up. That's why I like to argue
Ain't
with you guys. I'm just kidding. No. I actually do my true
Who
matchups
cares
there.
if we don't pick the Celtics?
Exactly. But let's get into this next one. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Brooklyn Nets. Also another Friday night game, 4:30 Pacific Standard Time.
Is it?
Uh,
The other one was
yeah.
Thursday. This one's Friday. So
Oh,
not
my
another
bad.
one.
So, oops.
No worries.
As of right now, the Cavs and Nets would be a matchup in the play-in tournament, which is actually kind of fire. The Cavs
The
like
Nets did lose today, so it might have changed just in case.
the Nets.
Oh,
won.
the Nets won
They
today.
won.
The
My
Nets
fault.
won.
They
I still
so we'll
think
see what happens.
they clinched already. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, they
I'll look
played
at
to
it.
play in,
Yeah,
but
I
maybe the
don't know.
matchup
We'd have
isn't
to
these
see.
guys
Ah,
anymore. But it was,
yeah,
but
yeah.
at least
But-
they're meeting up beforehand.
But yeah, the Cavs, like the Bulls, started off hot after losing Colin Sexton. Well, I guess it was right there earlier in the season. The Nets, of course, have been missing pieces and dealing with drama all season. Ben Simmons.
Facts.
The Cavs have
Man.
James
fallen
Harden, Kyrie.
back to earth and have
and they're here.
shown
They're still in the playoffs.
what kind of team they
Barely.
actually are. The Nets have been consistently in question mark, and they have been. So I guess what I want to ask, we'll start with Steven first. Will the Cavs intimidate the Nets and win this potential matchup, or will the star power of KD and Kyrie take over?
Before you answer, Steven, the Nets are the second favorites in the East.
Still?
That's above the Celtics.
That
that's
means nothing
that's
to me
cra-
today.
but I'm saying that's crazy, right? Vegas has them as the second favorites. And that's above the Celtics, that's above the Sixers, that's above the Miami Heat, who are the 1 seed. And then, of course, you have the Bucks, who are number 1.
I hope nobody put that car note on that.
I know.
Man.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Go ahead, though.
So yeah, I'm leaning Cavs, bro. Honestly, I'm leaning Cavs. I feel like realistically, yeah, the Cavs are skidding right now, but I don't think they're afraid of the Nets either. And I think honestly, they may play up for the Nets too. Like realistically, even if we look at the last season when they were playing the Nets, they actually gave them some pretty competitive games, bro. Like
Yeah.
keeping it real. Even though it was Colin Sexton for some of them, but like they played him pretty tough. And I forgot to check if Jared Allen was playing, bro. But yeah,
I still
feel
don't
like
think he's
I'll look
back
that up.
yeah, I feel like if he's playing, I feel like that gives him a
Against the
leg up,
Nets,
too.
he's going to be like, come on, we need to beat these cats. They traded me.
So is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm Cavs.
Okay, I'm gonna go next. Is Jared Allen playing? because it kind of determines my answer.
What you mean?
This guy.
I just gotta know.
I'm gonna stand on it whether he plays or not, bro. Whether he plays or not,
it looks like Evan
it.
Mobley and Jared Allen are waiting for the playoffs to come in.
The green light. Okay, I'm gonna go with Brooklyn.
Wow.
Only because I feel like KD is always a problem for anybody. KD always has that fuck it, I'm just trying to hoop, leave me out there mentality, and he has Kyrie back. So, I mean, the two of them got it done against the Knicks today. The two of them have gotten it done against
The Knicks are not great.
If I can interrupt you real quick, so according to Adrian Wojnarowski, you already know he's very credible. Evan Mobley could be back as soon as Friday against Brooklyn from his sprained ankle, and while Jarrett Allen has a very good chance to be back before the playoffs as he recovers from a fractured finger.
Oh.
So maybe not for Brooklyn, but maybe even Evan Mobley can be there for Brooklyn, which is a big deal.
That'd be a plus.
I don't know what that was, but yeah,
Yes.
I'm just gonna cap it off with I'm going with Brooklyn. Rob,
Damn it, man! Fuck this fucking.
this soundboard.
Well,
It's the Instagram that boom. That's what it's supposed to do. I have the Nets. The reason I have the Nets is because I think the Cavs, like the Bulls, I compared them to the Bulls in the intro for a reason. I believe that they had a hot streak. Damn,
That shit is late as
that
fuck.
was late as a
my
motherfucker.
God.
No, I believe the Cavs hit a hot streak. Then they finally found out who they actually are. It doesn't help that they had some injuries to them, especially those two guys. They're
Yeah.
big time in both sides of the floor. I would say.
Yeah.
You know, Jared Allen, even
Jared
though
Allen's
he's not the
defensive.
main type of offensive dude,
He's low-key their defensive anchor, bro.
he
That's
gets a
crazy.
lot
I mean,
of offensive rebounds.
Yeah,
That too.
between
That's
you
a big
can't-
deal.
It's twin towers with another tower in Larry Marketing too. Like it's
He's
crazy.
he's not like I don't
That's
think guys
crazy.
view him as like much of the defensive
No,
threat.
but
yeah, that's a lot of lanes.
but I kind of said it
because they'll
like
probably throw him in.
yeah,
Like a
I
three.
said it a little
That's a
while
lot of
ago.
lane.
I was like, dog, between like the fact that Cleveland figured out how or no, who's the coach? JB Bickerstaff.
Yeah,
The fact that Bickerstaff figured out how to work Larry Marketing, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen
Larry
all
can
in
shoot,
one.
bro.
Yeah, Larry
That-
can
can
shoot.
shoot.
Yes, which
That's
is a
why it
big
works.
reason
And
why.
Evan Mobley's a playmaker. He brings the ball up.
But still, though, you still need the right
With
coach
Garland.
to put it all together.
True.
You
Yeah,
need
I mean,
the right coach.
you're right.
You gotta know your personnel.
And JB Bickerstaff broke the
Something
fucking
that Frank
code.
Vogel
You're
doesn't
right.
know.
I won't go there.
I mean, he.
That's why
He's
he's
just
out.
a defensive guy.
So this is why I picked the Cavs though continuously. I mean the Nets though continuously because
Whoa.
even today the Nets are down by like 20, 19 points, and
To the Knicks.
To the Knicks.
Say that.
that's fine. But they were able to come back. I think that they're very resilient. There's a reason why they're the second favorite team to come out of the East, because look at the talent that they do have. It's kind of like a wolf wearing sheep's clothing. They don't look. The record's not speaking for themselves. They
ghillie
have a
suit
lot
on.
of. They have a lot of people that weren't there throughout the whole year. You know, a lot of drama. But ultimately, when it comes down, the chips are on the table. That they can really buckle down and they know how to win games. Both of them, the main two dudes, they know how to win those games. So when it comes down to this matchup, I believe that the Cavs, they might have a couple people missing.
It's real interesting.
And at the same time, you know, these Nets, they're definitely on the roll and kind of showing themselves a little bit better in the second half of the season. Even against those Bucks, right? They were one shot away from winning that game. But Giannis, step back three, ended up going to OT, and they overtook them and overcame them. And that just shows how good the Bucks are, and that's why I picked them in the previous matchup. But the Nets, though, very excited to see what they're able to do in the postseason. And I think you'll see how great KD is once again based off these upcoming playoffs.
Kyrie better have his legs under him.
Yeah, I mean
think
that's kind of a
better.
spoken
He
thing,
better.
right? But he's definitely been struggling.
He
And hey,
better.
he can
No,
struggle
yeah,
in the regular season.
Man.
He cannot struggle in the playoffs.
Man.
They need all that they can get from
You've
him.
had half the
But
season
that's the thing.
off.
And that's the
I don't
problem.
wanna see
He
no
hasn't had enough.
excuses.
He realistically, there's no amount of games left at this point for him to condition wise be where he probably should be. So at the end of the day,
I don't want to
it's
hear
gonna-
about conditioning though, right?
What do you
Like,
mean?
come
You
on.
don't hear about
No.
conditioning?
I'm not giving him
What?
an excuse. I'm not giving him an excuse for it.
Oh.
No,
I'm
but
saying
that's what I'm trying to say though. Like
realistically-
we don't want to hear
Yeah,
that.
No.
That's on you.
Okay,
That's on him for sure.
You know?
But yeah,
So-
that's gonna be his issue
Okay.
though.
You can't say
That's
that
his
shit.
issue.
That's not. Yeah, but
That's gonna be
that's
his
the thing,
issue.
like, what will be your
Taking
excuse?
50 games off.
You know, and I think and it was just reported not too long ago that Ben Simmons isn't gonna play in the play-in tournament. So
Is he
remember
even
when we
gonna
were talking
play
about
at
who
all?
won?
Is
Bro,
he even gonna
who won
play
that?
at all, bro?
Remember when you were talking about who
I
won
said
that
it was a
trade?
wash.
Herniated.
You said it was a watch? No,
He did-
it was the 76ers the whole time. You know why? Because again, that man wasn't gonna play for the 76ers.
James is looking shaky right now for me, bro.
He had
They
them looking
still
really
won
bad.
the trade though.
But what I'm saying is he
I
wasn't gonna
guess.
play for that team no matter what.
Yeah.
And now it looks like he's not gonna play for this team no matter what.
Yeah, I guess that's.
That sucks.
In the long run,
I just
it looks like the
Bro,
Nets are
I
gonna
just
win.
want to know what
How
did
do you
he put?
herniate
right
your
now?
disc on the bench?
That's what
It
I
hurt,
want,
bro. The bench, they do a lot to your lower.
You got
disc,
a back
you know?
problem reaching back for all that cash Philly took from you.
Oh man, Kyrie Irving, just to give you a couple points, in his last 10 performances, is averaging
wait,
32
bro.
points, 49% of his from the field, of course, in 38 minutes. What do you want to say?
How Ben Simmons making grievances for his salary and not playing though? Like, come on,
I
bro.
don't understand anything about that, honestly, because I feel like it's just all like they're babying him.
Yeah,
They're
hell,
babying everything.
That's the
Oh
problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it
Oh, yeah.
sucks too because it's like I'm thinking like, okay, you don't want to play, cool. You don't want to play for him. Now you're over here. You still don't want to play. You
No,
have a
I
herniated
don't think
disc all of a sudden.
it's that he
I
doesn't
don't
want to
even-
play.
I don't think he wants to play, bro. Really, I honestly don't.
Do you think
he
they're
wants to
waiting
play
for
this
the
season.
70? I think for sure it'll be confirmed if the 76ers get bounced and he starts to play. That guy's a bitch.
Nah, facts. Because if that's what you're waiting for, that's
Yeah.
some bitch shit.
That's some shit.
That's some
Yeah.
bitch shit.
And I do not want you on my team.
I don't
Yeah.
know if that's what he's doing, but yeah, I didn't.
Bro,
even
because think about it. If he
that. But
comes back,
if
That's
that
such a-
and they have to play in the
That's
playoffs,
such a petty ass move
that's
that I
kinda
see
corny.
him doing that first.
because what else could it be?
Uh,
Maybe it is a
The
herniated disc, but
Sixers
you've
are
been
top-
gone
are
for
the
so long.
Sixers in the top two.
The Sixers are in the top 5.
No, the
They're
Sixers.
top-
So the Sixers are
But what is their
tied
number?
for the
What
second
is-
seed with
oh,
3 other
okay.
teams.
Oh,
So
yeah,
Boston
yeah,
Celtics
yeah.
and the
Yeah,
and the
but
Nets.
I'm
and
pretty sure
uh,
they don't have the tiebreaker
Boston
over
Celtics and the
all-
Sixers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't have the tiebreaker.
Who? What
over both
determines the
of them, no.
tiebreaker? Does it? I guess what?
Head-to-head,
Head-to-head
probably.
matchups, and then of course there's still a
Like
couple games in the
conference
season.
game,
Okay.
like conference or division wins.
Yeah,
type
conference.
So
Shit.
they don't
Spurs.
go off like what team had like the best stats for seeds.
No, within the conference, and then
Yeah,
head-to-head
it's
matchups.
head-to-head, and then and then.
I don't think it
winners-
would be-
division winners, even though divisions seem
Don't mean
totally
shit.
irrelevant
Exactly.
in the NBA, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The Cavs are entering the matchup though 3 of 7 of the last 10 games, and Darius Garland is averaging 25 points, 10 assists, almost
Yeah,
11 assists,
Pretty
Wow.
good numbers,
3.5 rebounds in March.
Averaging
On-
a double double. Damn.
To the next
pretty
one.
solid.
No, please don't praise double doubles, because then that guy who praises Vucevic is gonna come back at us.
Yeah, man. I don't want no smoke, but the
Yeah,
Vucevic,
come on, man.
Versace,
The
Medusa,
Vuz-
legit.
Hey,
I'm
but
Vooch.
he's creating for other guys, so you can.
Vucevic?
Garland.
Okay. I was about to say, please,
No.
please.
I was like,
We just talked about how the Bulls don't have any playmakers. Golden State Warriors at the San Antonio Spurs Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific time. Damn, this wine's getting to me. The San Antonio Spurs have won 8 of their last 10 games. They're getting hot at the right time, even though they
Yeah.
have a really bad record.
Yeah.
But again, they are getting hot at a bad time. I mean, at a good time.
Mhm.
They have Greg Popovich,
They've played well very recently.
They
for
have.
Sure.
and it's not like they don't have talent. They have good players. They're not
They
great.
They have a few.
They have
guys.
good players.
They have a few guys.
Yeah.
So they're getting hot at the right time, and they host the Warriors. Oh, excuse me, and host the Warriors at home in San Antonio. Of course, the Warriors have lost 7. Well, they lost 7 of 8, and then now they're on a 2-game win streak. So basically, that's what 3 of their last 10. So they're like 3-8.
Something.
Pretty bad.
I might have wrote it.
No, I think I put that part, but no, yeah. So, wrote in the bottom part, possibly. So they're still trying to get their feet under them. Seems like again, these last couple games they've been putting out a lot better. So Steph, of course, without Steph, but Steph looks like he's gonna return in the lineup by the playoffs. So that's gonna be nice. But this matchup will give you a good idea of where the Spurs are, where they stand, and will they even make it out of the play-in tournament? So again, they have their head coach. They have a couple good players. They they can do a little bit there.
Yeah, a win here can give him some confidence for sure.
Exactly. Will the Spurs, this is a question now, beat the Warriors and get more confidence going into the play-in, or will the Warriors find their steadiness and get their feet under them a little bit more? Let's start off with Steven.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna lean Spurs, honestly, bro. Like, I mean, not only is it because of the Warriors just not having consistency right now, but because the Spurs have, definitely shown consistency. And, Dejounte Murray, bro, he's been balling. I like him too. But like
ever since All-Star break, he's been fire.
This year overall he's had a good year. But since the All-Star break, I'm like he's kicked up another level.
Do you think somebody makes a move for him in the offseason? Because I know he's still signed up. But do you think he's gonna stay?
Spurs have.
I don't know.
That's all the Spurs have. I don't think that. I think they're gonna continue to build around.
I feel like even
not around him, but build
looking
around
at the type of player he is, I don't even know if he would be considering making a move this offseason just because they don't go far. You get me?
Well, I would imagine he enjoyed playing for and with Pop, and now that you're not, that's a big transition.
Yeah, I feel. Well, I think. Yeah, that's the thing, because like they have a young team, bro, and I feel like they're starting to try to find like the Spurs, like they're trying to really represent what the Spurs stood for. Because like if we really think about it, bro, the Spurs were a model of consistency in the NBA for a long time. Like you could literally look at the Spurs and say, okay,
they
50
were
wins.
But you need a star.
That's true.
You need one star.
And right now, well, over the last month, if you look at his numbers, that's star level numbers. That is, I'm not saying saying overall I'm not trying to make predictions, but his last month, those numbers, if you can continue to produce that for a season, okay, we can work with that.
I think one of the biggest things that you kind of have to see in somebody is, can they close a game?
Fair.
Dejounte Murray, unfortunately, cannot close a game.
It depends who they play.
It
depends who they play.
I don't see his body being good enough. I think he needs to develop his floater game a little bit more and shoot a little bit better. I think he could definitely play make, and he can get to the rim pretty easily. But overall, like I think that there's a lot of ways that he can develop a game to where he can start closing a lot better. He's got a good game, but can you close? And unfortunately, I just don't think that he's just going to be the only person that can have that. Lonnie Walker, I've been seeing him on the sideline. He was supposed to be a bright spot on this team. And
Lonnie kind of looking like a 6-man.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And he's been like that. I don't know whether it's mental still.
Me personally, I've never looked at him like he was gonna overtake him. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real.
I thought that he was gonna be great, and then
I thought it
was
be
early
good,
mental
but I didn't
illness.
Think he'd be better,
and it's been like that. Like he just hasn't had that confidence, even though in some points, in some spurts, he's been able to do that. In some Spurs, he's been able to do that.
He's solid defensively. I think he's solid defensively.
How about you, Gift, and who you got here?
I'm definitely going to go with the Warriors on this one because they got to establish some type of traction here going into the playoffs, especially if they're looking at especially because what are they? The third, they clinched the third, but nothing's finalized yet.
No, they're done with the third. That's their spot.
That's their spot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Still no Steph Curry. I'd imagine he's coming back for the playoffs, but I need Clay to be on his shit this go around.
Well,
really.
Well, he's been coming back.
Like that, he has. But I'm just saying, like that's why, like it's important for the Warriors to win this game because I need Clay and Dre to feel as good as they possibly can coming into this playoffs for sure.
Draymond Green says this is about the time where he averages 40% from three.
Yeah. So
I don't want him shooting if I'm the Warriors.
I need them to be feeling 100%. I need them to be feeling 100%. I need them to be walking in 100%. I need them to be confident 100% because if them three are rolling, man, sky's the limit. Clearly.
I hear you.
I really like one big thing about me is I'm a big Jordan Poole fan. And I hate that he has these people in front of him, such as a Klay Thompson. You got to pay respect to Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson's definitely better, based off of resume. This year, Jordan Poole's been better.
Yeah,
that's only right though. This guy's coming off injury.
Too.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. He's found his rhythm, but they mess up his rhythm when they're not necessarily giving him the amount of touches that he needs, the amount of time that he needs with the ball as well, because he's a off the dribble type of shooter, type of finisher. He could definitely spot up. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying for him to catch his rhythm, he needs to be a more of a movable type of entity. So that's what's kind of cool about, even though it sucks, having Steph out of the lineup. Jordan Poole gets to continue to thrive and show off and really be that third star there. And then, of course, they have Draymond to really hold it down on the defensive end, inspire them, and at the same time, playmake. Now, he playmakes a lot better, which is kind of funny. He doesn't really playmake that much when Steph Curry's out of the lineup, but he still has that playmaking mentality. Klay Thompson, we spoke about him a little bit. He's definitely finding his feet under himself. Really pulling off in the end of games as well and dropping his usual 35 or so every once in a while during this 2-game stretch. I would have to say, though, out of both of these, with the San Antonio Spurs playing at home, with something to play for, and that's how it is right now in the season, I'm gonna have to go with these guys, the Spurs. I just think that, hey, you're hot at the right time. You have a good coach.
Yep.
Yeah. You have good people around you.
Hall of Fame coach.
They're not great. They're good, and I think that they can piece something together to win. The Warriors, though, I think that they'll see them as not that much of a threat. Come in flat-footed, and then the Spurs will take advantage of that. So, prove me wrong, Dejounte. I want to see you close this game, and that will give me some hope as to let's start to build around this cat and really show off that part. I feel like him and De'Aaron Fox are in the same type of boat, but no, why not?
Who's in the same type of boat?
I feel like De'Aaron Fox has had more years as a starter than him, for one.
Dejounte?
De'Aaron Fox.
Dejounte's been injured.
And again,
a whole year.
So we've seen more time of De'Aaron Fox on the court. So how would he be in the same boat as him?
Because they both have like similar play styles. They're on teams to where they can get there.
Dejounte defensively is definitely a step up.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, Dejounte's nasty on defense.
Playmaking, maybe I give Fox the slight, but scoring,
it's a very
pretty
slight.
even.
I say
Fox
scoring is about even.
I say Fox is better.
Fox is slight on the playmaking, but scoring they're pretty even.
I think Dejounte's better at playmaking
nowadays.
Nowadays, Dejounte's better at playmaking, but not scoring.
Playmaker, but De'Aaron Fox is the better scorer.
And then he's definitely better on defense. Dejounte
clears him on defense
for sure.
No
bigger,
question.
longer, faster. But anyway,
wait, hold up. Speaking of Dejounte, I'm sorry. Speaking of Dejounte Murray, he's had a hot March as well. 25 points, 8 rebounds, 8.5 assists with 2 steals a game. Although the Warriors, and then another thing is, although the Warriors have struggled, Jordan Poole, we spoke about him a little bit, was a bright spot in March. 25 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds while making 44% of his threes, almost 45% of his threes.
Pretty good.
Get him, bring us in on the NFL. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Yes, sir.
That was kind of cool. At least it responded.
Yeah, Giants QB. Oh shit. Giants fans, get ready in the comments.
Dumpster fire.
Kill you.
Let me introduce this one, actually.
Go ahead,
you know me with the Giants fans.
You like them boys?
Last year, y'all were on my head. Oh, do you see the defensive line? Oh, they can't handle him. It's not Danny Dimes' fault.
They are pretty bad, though.
Do you see nobody can catch a ball from Danny Dimes? Oh, yo, blah, blah, blah.
We're supposed to put our eggs in Evan Ingram's basket?
Keep on talking
Darius
about eggs
Slayton
in basket.
was dropping touchdowns, too.
Word to Easter coming up soon. You want to put it into Danny Dimes? They're going into the 5th year. It's May, I think, the 5th that they have to decide whether or not May 5th or the 2nd. Decide whether or not they pick up his 5th year option. This guy's ready to go. He was injured last year. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. But still, like I said, Danny Dimes as in 10 losses. Let's get into the intro right here. Danny Dimes is at it again.
10 losses.
He said he's feeling good as he embarks on his pivotal 4th season in New York. I am overreacting to Danny 10 losses quote. To be honest, him feeling good because he said the same thing last year. It's on all of us. It's on all of us. No, it's on you. Motherfucker. You can barely run. Joe Burrow just took a bad offensive line to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I don't want to hear no bullshit about this anymore, man. They had a lot going for them last year.
He's never been better than.
And I had Giants fans telling me in the comments that it wasn't his fault. Look at that line. Look at the drops. Even look at the coaching. Well, they have a new head coach.
All were true though.
All
were true.
Hey, when you got somebody like that at the helm, everybody can look really bad. You know what I'm saying? Jones seems to finally be healthy though. And unlike the Packers, the Giants have spent first-round picks on wide receiver to help him out.
Yeah.
Kadarius Toney.
Yeah.
My question to y'all is, will Danny Dimes in a make-it-or-break-it year like we have for Tua, even though Tua's in a better position, so there's a little bit more excuses for
That's
Danny's
debatable.
losses?
That's debatable, honestly.
I mean,
Really?
Yeah.
I
About
like
who's in a better position is kind of debatable.
I like
Tua has a better position for sure.
I like
than
Tua's
Daniel
position
Jones,
a little
yeah.
bit.
Daniel
better.
Jones is in the NFC East, fam.
So he sucks.
That's true.
Shit
That's true.
division.
But another thing is that their defense is really bad compared to compared to the Dolphins defense.
This offseason, their defense definitely regressed for sure. But last 2 years or so, their defense was okay. It's just so much badness on the offensive side. It didn't fucking matter.
It makes you worse on the defensive side. You know how that goes in NFL. They get
just
tired.
It just didn't matter.
They don't want to play like that anymore. They're not playing for anything when they're down by this much.
Yeah.
I expect that. So let me ask you this. And a make it or break it year, does he prove that he is the answer to the Giants' problems? They have new head coach Brian Dable, who was able to change Josh Allen from a bust in the beginning, like everybody was talking about, into an basically MVP caliber player. Let's start it off. You're laughing, and also you know this. No, you don't really know this too much, but you're talking about the NFC East. Seems like you've done a little bit of research on that. What do you think Danny Dimes could have? Me and Gifton actually talked about it without you on the pod, so we'd love to see what your opinion is on Danny 10 losses.
Look, bro, if he's for real, look, if he can play better, if he can be better than Jalen Hurts with his team on offense, then I think they can make some type of noise in their division, bro. Like, their division is that wide
Cowboys
open.
got worse.
Yes, they got worse.
Yeah.
Zeke got another age older.
Yeah. Carson Wentz is back in the division. That's no fucking scare, bro. And like I said, if he can be at least better, if he can be at least better than Jalen Hurts, bro, he has a.
Well, I feel like the Cowboys are still the team to beat in that division.
Yeah, I agree with
that. But
I agree with
you're right though. Maybe they can make. If they're the second best team in that division, last year was the Commanders, and they almost went to the playoffs.
No, it was the Eagles.
That was. Oh wait, they did make it to the playoffs. The Eagles. Excuse me.
The Eagles made it, and I mean they got cooked, but
yeah.
Cooked.
So do you think that this year that he'll prove it though? Look at all the teams in this in the new NFL. Are you kidding me? You wanna give this guy a contract, Giants fans?
I really don't know what their
so
schedule
delusional.
looks like.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's crazy. I really don't know what their schedule looks like because if I really looked at their schedule, I'd probably pencil in.
Well, they got they got the NFC East in their schedule.
Yeah,
so
that's those. Honestly, bro, like I said, if he can be as good as Jalen Hurts, which honestly I think he can do. I think Daniel Jones can be as good as Jalen Hurts. He has better weapons. He has better receiving weapons. He has better weapons.
I think Jalen Hurts is a better playmaker than Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
I think that Jalen Hurts can throw better than Daniel Jones.
I think Jalen Hurts
can run better than
mentally
Daniel Jones
in the game is probably better with composure than Daniel Jones, which probably allows him to do a little bit more.
I think Jalen Hurts is better than Daniel Jones.
I think Daniel Jones can do more on the field than Jalen Hurts.
Really?
I think Jalen Hurts is better than Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Low-key.
You didn't see how he flipped on that again?
No,
why don't you Giants fans do that?
I'm not flipping. I'm saying low-key. I'm saying low-key on Daniel Jones. Not like high. But
so you're saying Daniel Jones is going to have a better season than Jalen Hurts?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
What are you saying?
He's saying all he has to do is be better than him?
For his team to be second in the division? Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
Okay. Just be better
but
than him. Just be one up.
Again, their defense did regress.
Right.
Their defense definitely regressed. They lost a lot of DBs.
Well, the Eagles' defense is just getting older, too. You know, Fletcher Cox isn't getting younger.
No.
What do you think, Gifton? Do you think Danny Dimes can... If he only allows 9 losses, that's progress, baby. I'm signing him up to an extension. Oh man, come on, man. What do you think?
Honestly, man, I've never been a fan of Danny Dimes. Never will be a fan of Danny Dimes, bro. Duke does not produce quarterbacks. Duke produces basketball.
You didn't like that 90-yard run he got?
I don't give a
Where
fuck.
he fell on himself?
And he tripped on a ghost hole? What are you doing? Danny,
stop defending this cat.
Yeah, I mean, just no, bro. I'm not even going to say that. Just no. I don't think Danny Dimes is going to do shit. Honestly.
Let's bring in.
I don't think he's going to do jack shit.
He can run the ball.
That's it.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop his O-line, right? That doesn't help his O-line. Apparently, the Giants
run
fans,
away
it's
from
everybody else's fault.
What O-line?
Their O-line is
O-line?
I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying it's everybody else's fault. It's not Danny Dimes' fault. It's not Danny Dimes' fault, apparently, to all these Giants fans. Let's just bring in a couple of facts that Steven put in here. Daniel Jones, for his career, has averaged about 2,800 yards per season.
That's not bad.
In the 17 games now,
it's okay.
2,800, trash.
It's okay.
45 passing touchdowns. Total
in 5 years.
That's not
in
a lot.
4 years.
4
It's
years.
3 seasons.
3 and a half.
Three starting.
45 passing touchdowns, 29 interceptions, and 1,000 total rushing yards. About 5.8 per yards per catch.
Better than Zeke.
And 5 rushing touchdowns.
Because it is.
No, I thought it was per carry. I thought C was catch.
He's a real running back.
It should be per reception. I'm an idiot because he's a quarterback. The Giants are 14-35 since 2019 and have, of course, 0
his first year start
appearances. I think his first year was the best year that he had.
Numbers wise, yeah, it was. Numbers wise, it was.
So you're telling me a guy who keeps regressing, you're gonna put your money into that? Do I think it's a make it or break a year? Of course. Yeah. Do I think he's gonna make it? Absolutely not. He's gonna make
wait.
Yeah, get that motherfucker out of here. Bro. Here's the thing. I don't even think he'll make it to the halfway through the season. He gone.
You think he'll get injured?
No, I don't think he'll get injured. Maybe he will get injured because he's kind of injury prone. Now though, they got Brian Dable. They got a head coach.
Jake Fromm for that, man.
What I'm saying is that why not? Because
Jake
Brian
Fromm?
Dable. No,
Jake Fromm. Why not?
Brian Dable did not draft this guy. He has no connection to him.
Ain't no quarterback on that list drafted at this point.
I'm saying though that he has no connection to Danny Dimes.
No, he don't.
Danny 10 losses. That he's gonna trade him out. If you're not winning me games, I'm not gonna look bad for you.
They ain't gonna have to trade that. Nigga. They won't even have to trade.
No, I'm not saying they're not gonna trade him. I'm saying that he's gone. He's just gone.
That is true.
They got no trade value.
Like, hey, Danny.
No,
thank you.
Let his years expire.
I know. Everybody knew I was gonna pick from the beginning, but no. I don't think he is the answer to the Giants' problems.
Never will
Giants have a giant problem.
Yeah,
and
I think the bigger their problems are bigger than Daniel Jones, to be honest, too.
Facts.
If we keep it at
if you have somebody else at the helm, I'm telling you that team is looking better. He is so garbage. Fuck Kirk. Why do you bring up Kirk Cousins all the time?
All right, maybe Deshaun, but
Deshaun make any.
I don't think their problems are deeper than quarterback.
If I'm Deshaun, I'm not waving my no trade.
That's what I'm saying.
Not for the Giants. Hell no. Not for no Giants.
Putting Deshaun Watson on the Giants is like putting.
It's like putting them back in Houston, bro.
Yeah,
shit.
Exactly.
That year with no D-Hop, they look terrible.
The Giants are those little pranks where you're like, hey, do you want a piece of gum? You're like, oh yeah, thank you. And then he zaps you like, son of a bitch. It zapped me one time. I like the Giants. I am never gonna pick that fucking piece of gum out of that thing once again.
Fuck you.
But all these Giants fans continue to get zapped. Piece of candy. Danny died.
Piece of candy.
Kevin Rudolph, Kyle Rudolph.
Let's bring in this last one though and wrap up the show. The NFL. There's been a lot of NFL changes, of course, to teams over the offseason. It has been one of the craziest off seasons that I can remember. But to be honest, it's starting to feel like I've been having a little deja vu. Every single time during the NFL offseason, it feels like the craziest offseason. It's starting to become like Madden. Everybody's changing. It's all about stars.
Nah, I don't feel
Fuck
like
the
last
picks.
offseason was like this, bro.
What?
Last
Last offseason was crazy.
Last offseason was
How?
nowhere crazy.
Not this crazy.
offseason,
That's what I'm saying, though. Like,
Nah.
every single
Last
year gets
offseason
crazy.
was nothing.
If
This
you're a Patriots fan,
offseason-
it wasn't crazy for you?
I mean, yes, we got a lot of people, but as far as like
Matthew Stafford
whole
got traded.
landscape of this again,
Aaron Rodgers drama.
that wasn't. But nothing happened even in his drama. They were just saying, oh, they were just making it seem like he wasn't gonna come back, and now look at him, $60 million a year. Come on, bro.
So there's
Asshole.
been some pass rushes being passed around. Pause. We have NFL pass rusher relocations of Randy Gregory to the Broncos,
Yeah.
Khalil Mack to the Chargers.
Ooh, I'm telling you, that's gonna
Both
be scary.
in the same division.
That's gonna
Both
be scary.
seems like they're contenders.
I gotta see a Chargers first.
Von Miller, Bills.
It's a lot of money.
Chandler Jones, once a Patriot,
Raiders.
went to the Raiders. Of course, Gifton wearing the Raiders and Cardinals hats. Which one will he pick?
Yeah, which one?
Fucking neither of them. Jackasses.
The Za'Darius
Kinda shit
Smiths of the
fantasy.
world leaving the Packers because Aaron Rodgers took all the money.
Now
went
he can
to
tackle him.
The Vikings. Yes, of course, go tackle them in the same division. They're all on new teams here.
See, he gave Bobby Wagner the blueprint. You feel me? I'm playing.
I was about to say, I
He
about to
was
say,
on-
Bobby
he was
Wagner
on-
deserves a little bit more respect than
He
that,
was
my
onto
guy.
something.
What do you mean? I'm talking about.
I know,
going
I
to
know.
get your
But I'm saying, like,
team.
I wouldn't think. I was just when I heard it, that's the first thing that came in my head because I feel like Bobby Wagner has a lot more recognition.
He
in the
signed
league.
way faster than Bobby did, though, bro. So.
Oh yeah, no, I get you on that. I mean, Bobby was released a little bit later than that too. But again, though, you are correct. He did follow suit.
Crazy.
He's gonna go and take him out in the same division. My question to y'all is, which one of these pass rushers will make the biggest impact on their new teams? Let's start with you, Gift, man.
Man,
Because we already know who you're gonna pick.
Yeah, we do.
We do. Chandler Jones, baby.
Oh, yeah,
Him
I
and-
didn't expect that
Him
one.
and Max
I didn't
Crosby
expect that one,
tag
honestly.
teaming.
Who'd you think he was gonna pick?
I thought he was gonna
Randy
pick Khalil.
Gregory?
No, I thought he was gonna pick Khalil Mack.
No, but I do agree with you though that I do need to see a game. I do need to see one game to see where the Chargers season is going to determine.
I'm
Their
telling you, man.
defense is never.
No, exactly. That's because at first I was
Like,
honest.
they have
I
good,
was
they always have good players,
Yeah.
but overall their defense never. No.
I was honestly gonna say Khalil Mack, but then I got to thinking Chandler Jones, Max Crosby, two defensive anchors.
Nigga jacked me.
I really like it. I love me some Max
with
Crosby.
a breath of fresh air and Devontae Adams.
I like that one too.
It's on the offensive side.
I
You
mean,
did the same thing when we were talking
Yeah.
about Devontae
Dog.
Adams. You brought up Max
Dog.
Crosby. I'm like, dog, stop being like this.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the camera. Here's what you fail to realize every fucking time when I be talking like this: the camaraderie, the locker room, dog.
Devontae Adams don't bring anything to the locker room.
Why
other than
doesn't
the
he?
pillar. He's a good example, but he don't vibe with nobody.
Work
How do we
ethic,
know that?
bro.
Except for maybe Derek Carr, though,
How do we know
Nah,
that?
bro. I think
because they're both from Georgia.
What does that mean?
these niggas ain't from Georgia.
They both came from Georgia.
No, they both went to Fresno.
I'm
Fresno?
about to drop kick you off the
I thought they went to
table,
Georgia.
bro.
They both
Georgia.
went to
What?
Fresno.
Fresno
Oh my
State?
god.
No,
Oh my god.
they
How
both
do
went
you
to like Fresno.
how do you
Fresno
ruin-
State.
I don't watch. I don't
how
watch
you
that
ruin
shit.
your own homegrown, bro? No,
Fresno
that ain't.
State? I
Yeah,
don't-
they
I
ain't
don't-
from
I never
Georgia.
went
bro.
there.
That's
No.
crazy.
Nigga said Georgia.
Bro, I
Gee.
swear he went
Well,
yeah.
I'm glad it was you, not the motherfuckers in the comments.
He been watching Matt
Fresno.
Stafford too much.
It is Fresno State. Oh, he is from.
He
Georgia.
got it confused with Matt Stafford and
Matthew
Sony
Stafford.
Michelle.
Man.
Matthew Stafford is better.
The Georgia tandem.
now Sony Michelle though, he was good enough for the regular season. Go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, Chandler Jones.
That's all you have to say. Me? Oh man, if I had to go, you know who I'm most excited to see
Randy
is of
Gregory.
course Von Miller. The Bills are a great, and I'm gonna bring on the offensive side real quick because they're really good, and that's the main part of their team. On the other side, they have great
Did you
safeties.
just cook me for saying something about offense?
You were saying just one player, and you were talking about the line, and then you brought up Devontae Adams, so I didn't really understand until you're talking about locker room. Where the locker room, I feel like again Devontae is more of an example, not really one's that's gonna vibe with everybody and bring everybody together. They showed that on the Packers at least, and that's why he left.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't
Now, let me
talk nobody if fucking Aaron Rodgers was my quarterback.
So we have Von Miller though. Von Miller was shown to really bring a lot out of my guy Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald had to speak a lot about that in an interview as well. Von Miller, championship pedigree, really good leader, got paid. Maybe I think he's just addicted to winning Super Bowls. That's what Aaron Donald was saying. Like, once you reach a Super Bowl, that's talking about like football heaven, and you get addicted to it. All of that is straight from Von Miller's mouth into his, and now pause. And now they're just great people inside of a locker room that's gonna inspire the rest of them. So Von going into these Bills, talking about locker room etiquette, is gonna be able to do that for the defensive side. We were again speaking about it last episode. Check out the last episode on our YouTube about the safeties on the Bills and how they don't need a Tyrann Mathieu, but those guys really lock it down back there. Hopefully, Von Miller can really load it up on the defensive line, and Von Miller turns it on when it matters the most. That last game in the playoffs, they needed somebody to go make a fucking play on Patrick Mahomes. Von Miller can definitely do that.
Joe Burrow
over there. No, they lost to Patrick Mahomes, the Bills, in that last play.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
In overtime.
I thought you were talking about when the Rams were in the Super Bowl, though. But okay.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry.
Okay,
yeah, no, I was talking about. I'm saying like
they needed somebody
when the
for
Bills,
Tyreek, though.
They did. When the Bills were playing the Chiefs, they needed somebody to go get a play and go get Patrick. I'm thinking that Von Miller can be that guy for them next year. So he's gonna inspire the rest of the line. He's gonna do his own thing, of course. And the Bills, all they needed was just one stop. Of course, they couldn't get it. Von Miller can maybe be the extra part. Randy Gregory,
defense,
he's on the Broncos. Broncos are definitely building. Adding to an already great defense, can be right next to Bradley Chubb doing his thing. So the Broncos, even though I called it a wash for the other trade, now they're adding other pieces to make their team better. So maybe it's a little bit less of a wash. Chandler Jones definitely going to be great. Za'Darius Smith we're talking about, definitely an underrated type of player going to the Vikings. I just don't see them getting the type of highlights that a Bills team would. So I don't necessarily think that you can highlight the change. Yeah.
Based on
you can highlight the change.
There's not really that many.
I'm saying like I don't think they're gonna be in a better in more like not highlighted games or like nationally televised games or like games that mean more. So I don't think the Vikings or Za'Darius Smith will have an opportunity to show how much of a change he can make to a team. I think Von Miller is primed to really show that off. Khalil Mack is a second to me. But I also think Khalil didn't really show off that much in the Bears after his not even the first year. After the first 8 games, he started tailing off and not really showing off for the Bears. But I'll let it go to you here, Steven. Who's your pick?
Yeah, I'm going Chandler Jones myself, bro. Yeah, I think Chandler Jones.
Those Raiders are loaded.
They are.
In that division. Crazy.
They are. But realistically, Ngakoue, he was good, but putting Chandler Jones on the other side of Max Crosby, bro, that's definitely a difference. And considering all the quarterbacks,
and knowing how Max Crosby was getting to the quarterbacks so quickly, he was
really
disrupting
Max Crosby
shit.
He was an issue, and that's what I'm saying. Considering the quarterbacks that they have, bro, those two men running at you from both sides, bro, it's tough.
Yeah,
that's
tough.
A roadkill.
Yeah,
easy.
I mean, though, I think any one of these guys, when it comes to at least Khalil Mack, Von Miller, Chandler Jones, I think those are the main people. I don't think Randy Gregory can be that guy, as well as Za'Darius Smith. We already said that about him.
For me, Randy Gregory, I don't think
was he a close second to you, or?
I feel like he's a second for me because I don't think he'll be more impactful than Chandler Jones being at it.
Come on, Von Miller though.
My second was Von Miller.
Do you think he's gonna be more effective than Von Miller?
Bro,
and it's not even like his age will affect the way that he plays because Von is a finesse.
For me, it's
smart.
It's not about age.
He can stop the run too.
It's not even about age for me. For me, it's because Buffalo, because I don't know where I look at Buffalo's defense overall because yes, they had those great numbers and standing wise they were solid, but in the end they weren't there. And it's not because of a defensive line issue. That was the whole unit, bro. It's not one unit that failed them in the end.
Well, their strong suit is at least those two safeties.
The secondary is the strong suit, but
they have no linebackers.
I don't think they have no. Tremaine Edmonds is a good linebacker.
I thought he got traded.
No,
or he went somewhere
else.
He's
still there, and then they have a guy Matt Milano. He's like he plays either the middle or the edge. That's why another thing I'm kind of wondering like, well, where are they gonna plug Vaughn in at? Pretty much too, because like they do have.
Well, not.
No, he's like pretty much because like for Buffalo, they have some. They don't have like they have some all right guys on their their defensive line has some all right guys.
Right.
Russo is all right. Ed Oliver he makes plays too.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying, bro. Where are they? Where exactly will they plug him in? Then, pretty much because they weren't. I won't call them the team that was loaded, but they had a lot of good players.
But not where will they? Where will they be able to plug him in? It's who's taking a step back for Vaughn to
that's
be plugged in.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much what it's gonna be. That's pretty much what it's gonna be, bro. Yeah,
I feel that.
That is it.
Well, that is the end of episode 71 of the Sports U podcast. We talked a little bit of basketball. We talked a little bit of the NFL, and I think next episode will be the start of our play-in tournament, our playoff matchups, because that's when the seedings are done.
Can't wait.
And we will be able to talk about how many games,
we can do a deep dive on that.
Who's gonna win in these matchups.
That's gonna be good.
And really getting into the playoffs. Probably just gonna be talking in playoffs because, of course, even making this script, we're literally talking about who's the best pass rusher. There's nothing to really talk about.
We talked about Daniel Jones, y'all.
The NFL is pretty dry right now.
I don't like Daniel Jones, bro.
We didn't really have nothing to talk about.
We'll most likely be just breaking down the NBA in the next episode. Stay tuned for
Draft coming up this month, though.
That's going to be crazy. We definitely
24th.
have to do our research on that. Watch some film. Maybe we could do
something like that.
Late April.
One of our old segments that we used to do was a film study. Really prepare on that and get that out to you guys. You guys really do love those film studies. So thank you for hopping into another episode of the Sports U podcast, episode 71. Gift in, take us out.
Yes, sir. As always, if you like this video, go ahead and shout that like button. Bust down those comments. Shout out to the new subscribers. Shout out to the homies that came through yesterday.
Appreciate the support.
Shout out to all 5 of y'all subscribing. What's that one guy's name? Paul Walker. R.I.P. But
he's a wild dude.
That guy's wild for
He's a wild dude, bro.
But to see us up there with Skip and Shannon
as the only
Respect.
Now he knows I'm creeping.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, I mean, you
put it out there, bro.
He's subscribed. Of course we.
It was cool. I just clicked on his shit to see if he had videos. I wanted to show support back to him. Subscribe to his channel. I noticed who he was subscribed to. It was just Skip and Shannon, and then little old Sports U right there next to him. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate you for comparing us, or at least you could have subscribed to ESPN. You could have subscribed to Bleacher Report bullshit, Barstool Sports bullshit.
Who subscribed to?
You subscribed to us, brother.
You.
I really appreciate it.
And as always, support
I started this new thing that I did on the MLB episode is when I go support the U.
Don't steal
I
my
went in
shit.
there, bro.
Y'all have a good night, y'all.